listening to the Dr. No Show on WHIT Radio.org.
Hello, and welcome to the Dr. No Show, WHIT Radio.org Sports Special. We're back for our last show of the school year.
You're gonna miss us.
All two of our viewers.
Yeah, and it's mostly Tyler refreshing the page and me just listening to it again.
You know what? Don't insult the viewers. They are our proud audience, and we're proud of you.
Viewers, if you want to call in viewers, we will give you a personal message.
201-854-8224, 201-854-8199. Again,
you get a jingle
that's
for that, like 201-854-8224.
I would like to start off with the biggest news of the year.
Hey, whoa! Are you gonna introduce us?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sam,
the man.
Sam the man. Mohammed the machine. Jonathan the Tyler. Okay, what happened? Okay,
I'm Tyler.
We all know.
No. You know what the biggest news is?
What is the biggest news?
That college football is probably going to vote on going into a Final Four playoff system. That's the biggest news.
They're gonna what?
They're gonna vote to go into a top 4 teams go into a Final Four playoff system.
Okay, we all know OKC won, right?
No one cares. This is big.
What do you mean no one cares?
This is the big news.
This is the
big news.
Basketball. The finals are coming up. Game 7's going on in the Eastern Conference.
June 12th is the beginning of the finals. The first game.
Notre Dame could pick to go into a conference and not be independent.
Do you realize that you just changed subjects? We're on to basketball right now.
It could be Big 12, ACC.
Okay.
You guys call in to
one at a time.
tell us who the biggest fit for Notre Dame is.
You can have your own little college football segment like Rakesh has his soccer segment. So
which reminds us. Soccer segment time of the day.
No.
Rakesh,
get to your college.
Alright, so the Euro 2012 is starting today in Poland and Ukraine. The Russia takes on Czech Republic in Group A. I forget what the other fixture is, but yeah, it's gonna be a really good tournament with Germany, Spain, and Netherlands being favorites. All right, Kobe, I'm done, and you can take the thing.
I want to say something.
Sam, have your college football segment.
No, I want to say something about soccer. Rakesh, do you know that the Brazil national team is staying at the W Hotel?
Yeah, I do.
Then why don't you ever hang out there? There's a whole bunch of people you could probably make friends with. The only soccer fans that are probably within 20
The only people that are like you. If you could find an atheist too, that would be.
Alright.
Okay, Sam, have your little college football segment.
Alright.
This is the first college football segment by Sam Sobel.
This is
the first and the last.
No. First and forevermore, the biggest part of this show because everyone's going to be listening.
That's
okay. Let's time him.
No one's timing me. I'm gonna keep on going past anything.
Okay,
all right,
go.
Notre Dame could pick a conference and not be independent. Write us in and see how you feel about this. The Big 12 could expand to include Florida State. That's really big news. All the presidents of the teams are gonna select a top 4 tournament style thing. The Big 10 agreed to it. The Pac-12 agreed to it. The ACC, they all agreed to it. The top 4 teams, this is going to happen. It's going to finally, our dreams will come true. God has answered our prayers, and we will finally play. I'm Godception. The Church of Godception, you could always follow it. It's our God has to have a God, whose God has to have a God, whose God has to have a God. Think about it. It makes sense. God is not an atheist. Okay, so as I was saying,
I'm pretty sure we can't talk about religion.
Let's talk about religion. Let's take the sports, please. Are you done with your college football segment?
As I was rudely interrupted.
I'm turning off our mics.
As I was saying, the TV schedule is also out. Some big games include Michigan, Alabama playing in Cowboy Stadium for the Cowboy Classic. That's going to be a really big game. Opening up with Vanderbilt, South Carolina. That's a big game on ESPN.
Okay.
These are big games.
What's your opinion on that, Mohammed?
I just want to talk about basketball now.
Okay, well, just give us at least one sentence about college football, even if it's a bad thing.
It's amazing.
Okay, Jonathan. Give us something about college football, your opinion, even if it's a sentence, please.
I think that college football is good.
USC got the top ranking.
No money involved.
Oh yeah, they play for school pride. That's another good thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe college football comes after high school football. but a little bit before professional football.
It's the most traditional sport out there, bar none.
Paulo
represents America.
Guys, remember, stay on target.
We are staring on target. It's about college football.
It's the most traditional sport league out there.
What about soccer?
Traditional. Way more tradition.
Okay.
There's more tradition in college
We're done
football.
with the college football. Let's just get
College baseball. Oh my.
No, I want to talk about one thing.
Oh, Tyler.
My dad's alma mater,
I'm
Stony
sorry.
Brook, playing against LSU in the College World Series. That's a big shock. They also had a lot of people drafted into the MLB.
Miss Bellatti's husband is a hired quarterback who used to play for the Browns.
Okay.
Nobody needs to know that. I'm pretty
Game
sure you're not
6.
allowed to say that kind of personal information on the
Miami
radio.
won Game 6.
Yeah, and Game 7's gonna be really
In Miami.
intense. Yeah, it's gonna
The
be in Miami. It's
Celtics
gonna be
disappointed
intense.
me.
Did the Celtics disappointed you?
Yeah, they killed me
Okay,
yesterday. I think we can all blame Paulo
Lost
for
by a
that.
lot
Crying.
yesterday, actually.
We
Yeah,
can
he's actually
blame
crying.
Paulo's fault
Stop.
for the loss.
Paulo is a curse in
A Lakers
himself.
fan.
Every time he roots for a team, they lose. He rooted for the Lakers, they lost. He rooted for the Spurs, they lost.
Louse.
He rooted for the Celtics,
And they lost
just-
Game 6. Cheer for the Heat for Game 7, or I'll find you. I know where you live. I'll find you.
Play date at Paulo's house.
I'll come up your window or through the garage.
That sounds awkward.
Paul Pierce is
Paul Pierce was
last
buns.
night.
He looked like he'd be good with a hot dog because he was so buns. It was horrible yesterday.
Wait, I got a question to ask all of you. Do you think Mike Miller looks like a rat? Be honest.
Miller?
Mike Miller and Paul Pierce both look like mice.
Okay, Paul Pierce was off last night. Do you agree with me?
He didn't even touch the rim. He was hitting the backboard the entire. I thought he was trying to pass it back to himself for how hard the ball hit the
He
backboard.
was playing taps. Or
Oh
that
my
tips
goodness.
Or whatever that game is. Bouncy.
And Rondo was doing pretty good.
Rondo was scoring, but he just wasn't getting his assists
Tyler.
yesterday night.
Move over. Okay, Rondo was.
ladies.
Rondo's
Look here,
amazing.
now
Rondo's a
look here,
great
look.
player.
Yesterday,
Even
his
Sam,
jump shooting was horrible.
even Sam can agree with this. Is Rondo a good player?
No.
Why?
He's a great player. That's what he
No,
meant to say.
he's bad. Because he complains.
I gotta admit-
You go get a triple double
I
5
hate
games
the
in a row.
Celtics,
I
but
will.
Rondo is a good
Because
player.
he's overly
Thank you, Paulo.
aggressive. He's overly aggressive, complains at the refs, and then yells at the other people for complaining.
You go
at the
get a
refs.
triple double in 5 games
I
in a row.
don't care. He talks too much, and then he's a hypocrite. That's what he is.
Why?
Not really.
Oh, really? Just like LeBron
Yes.
James and Dwayne Wade last year. Yeah.
They broke
You gotta
Rondo's
back off,
arm.
Kobe.
No.
Gotta get that checked out.
He's a hypocrite because he was in one of
doesn't
his
really cry to the refs.
is one of his post game interviews. He
I know. I heard. I
He
saw
said
it.
that he wished the Heat would stop complaining
Yes,
to the refs.
because
you know
they
what he
do
did
complain.
yesterday? He complained to the refs.
I was getting knocked down on the
Doesn't
floor.
matter.
Yes.
Hypocrite.
It's
When
true.
you're getting
Hypocrite.
beaten on the floor, you need
cares?
to say something when
Who
the refs
cares?
aren't calling anything.
Hypocrite.
Sam, if I push you when you're going in for a layup,
You're gonna complain.
just a
Hypocrite.
hypothetical situation.
Then he shouldn't have complained for them complaining.
But then nothing was
Complaint
happening to
section.
them.
Doesn't matter.
LeBron thinks he's a god. If he misses a shot, he's
LeBron
gonna
is good.
I know.
LeBron is amazing.
But if he's wide open and he misses a shot, he's gonna be like, they blew on the ball when it was in the air. He's gonna make up some excuse just so the refs can call goaltending or foul so he can get the shots, even though he's.
Amazing.
Really, he had 45 yesterday.
I know.
He was
which is-
amazing.
he
He's
did-
a
that's
great
ti-
player.
And
It's tied for his career
rebounds.
high.
It wasn't a basketball game last night. It
17
was.
rebounds.
It was a beatdown. It wasn't a game.
It was a 1-on-5 with sticks because the other teams on the Heat just stood around
With sticks.
with sticks.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade wasn't all that yesterday.
like trees or poles
Yo,
or something because
Kobe,
they were just standing
Kobe,
there blocking the
legit
Celtics
though,
player.
you're talking too much about it. Just give him credit, cause
No, they are good.
I give
Amazing.
LeBron James a lot
A
of
lot
credit
of
for that
credit.
yesterday.
LeBron
He-
James is an
He
amazing
did,
player.
he did most of the work for his team yesterday.
Obviously, he
really
did
good job.
like majority of the work.
Dwayne Wade was going crazy on the bench when he was sitting down watching LeBron. It was insane.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
God, his facial expressions were so hilarious.
Yeah, he is kind of funny.
Did anyone see when he missed the game-winning shot in Game 5? I think it was Game
Yes.
5. His face at the end after he missed the shot looked like he was constipated.
I couldn't tell if he was like laughing or crying.
No, it looked like he was constipated to me. He was just like,
He's just trying to take a dump on the field, you know. He loses, might as well leave it.
oh.
I think
Job should include
I
coffee
was
too,
watching
so-
some of the OKC and Spurs series, and I think that was one of the best basketball series I've ever seen in my life.
Not really, because
Not
the
really.
Spurs were doing so amazing at first, and then
Then their Alzheimer's kicked in and they forgot how to win.
exactly that's it. I wanted the Celtics to play the Spurs because I knew the Spurs weren't going to be able to keep it up for too long, and now
Neither were the Celtics. The Celtics are old.
but they can maintain
Obviously,
the lead.
they're good. They're still in the East Coast Finals, obviously, and they're a
but
good
the East
team.
Coast is awful.
Oh my God.
Whoever wins
They're
in the
really
East,
You
good.
live in the East Coast.
whoever wins in the East is gonna
The
lose to the
Yankees
West.
are on
Exactly.
the East Coast.
East
You
Coast-
said
wait,
you
whoa,
said
whoa.
East
Basketball-wise,
Coast. Oh,
East Coast
okay.
can't be
Be
that
specific.
bad because it has Hoboken in it.
Yeah,
But you're a Giants fan too.
I guess we're going to a commercial.
Okay, thank you. We'll be back.
Peace.
I love you.
One voice. It can get the point across, but it only carries so far. Add a voice. It's richer, louder, but that has limits too. Add a third voice. It's even more powerful. Add another, and another, and many, many more. And we are stronger than ever. That's the power of a community coalition. They help community groups, faith groups, civic organizations, PTAs, employers, and many others in your community organize their resources and focus them where they're needed most, like fighting to keep kids away from drugs. Ask a group that you belong to if they should belong to a community coalition. It's easy to get involved. Visit helpyourcommunity.org and they'll tell you exactly how your group can help. That's helpyourcommunity.org, because you get more when we get together. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
And we're back.
We're back from
Hello, everybody.
commercial.
And I'm back.
Welcome back on that wonderful commercial.
We were talking
Right
about OKC,
You're such
Spurs,
a Brit.
just basketball. Okay, let's just
Football.
R.A. Dickey on the Mets is 9-1 now.
9.
there. Okay.
Uno.
The Mets are doing
Are
good
bad.
now, but you just wait.
No, they're not doing so good. They're not doing so good.
They're doing all right.
No. You cannot give the Mets credit where it is not deserved.
Mets.
They're doing a lot
I agree with
better
you.
than they usually do, but they're gonna
They've
go back
only
to
won against
their normal
bad
state
opponents.
selves.
That's it.
Normal, like soon.
Oh.
The only decent people that they've beaten are the Nationals
wait.
and the Cardinals. That's
Okay.
the only decent people.
Wait, Sam, if the OKC is actually obviously in the finals, I just want to go back for basketball. I just had a sudden
What do you guys think of your if
spurt of inspiration. In your opinion, if do the OKC have a better chance against the Heat or the Boston?
Boston.
No, because you got to look at certain things though. Boston can always maintain their level of play no matter what happens. The
No matter
Heat,
what
the Heat are really inconsistent with their scoring, their defense. You can't really depend on them too long.
Well, maybe they
9-8.
can't handle.
It's not very consistent.
Like, look, when you think about it, they lost the game to the Knicks,
They did it.
and the Knicks don't have Jeremy Lin. Stoudemire practically played with one hand, and they still lost the game. They let
Hello?
Stoudemire. Thank you.
Raise the phone, please. Just like the phone line. Hello? Like
Hello?
there's a hey,
You're listening to the Dr. No Show.
you're listening.
Hi.
Hello?
What's the topic of the show today?
Spurs, OKC, Miami Heat, Boston.
Boston.
Okay.
Okay, Game 7 is a lot at stake, and usually a team after an emotional win like the Heat did yesterday, they seems to let down a little bit, and now Boston's back is against the wall. So I wouldn't be surprised if Boston wins that game.
Do you think the OKC has a better chance against Boston or Miami?
Against who? Against OKC?
Yeah, who has a better chance in OKC's point of view?
Miami with LeBron James always has the better chance. I mean, they have arguably two of the top 5 players in the world in one team, so you could never bet against them. They're young, they're tough. Unfortunately, I think that OKC will win regardless.
Will
But I
win
think
no
that
matter
they
what?
might have a better chance.
I agree with them.
You do? Okay.
I'm not completely sure though,
You're not completely sure why.
because the Celtics are known for. They're not. I can't see the Celtics losing because they've had so much Game 7 experiences that I think they're actually going to win this game no matter what happens.
That's a very valid point. The Celtics have championship experience. They have a lot of veterans. They know what it takes. They will counter whatever it made the Heat successful after losing 3 in a row. They were successful yesterday, but they lost 3 in a row. And as a matter of fact, the Celtics have beaten the Heat in the regular season 3 out of 4 games.
Yeah.
And so you cannot discount everything now. It's too much to speculate. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat, the Celtics win. But when it comes to OKC, it's a completely different. It's almost like it is a new season. Throw away everything else that has happened and start all over. Whoever plays the OKC is going to have their hands full because they're young, they're good, and they're peaking at the right time. They're playing their best ball at the end of the season.
And it's not like it's only like one player on their team. It's like all of them are really good.
Yeah, especially Durant. Kevin Durant, he's unguardable. No, there's no answer for him. He could do too many things.
Is Kevin Durant in a better position now than Kobe Bryant was at this point in his career?
Yes, way better.
Actually,
let's say at this point when Kobe Bryant, is Durant better than him?
Durant's not better than Kobe. You have to say that.
Scoring titles. I don't know if Kobe had won his first scoring title then because
exactly
Jordan was in the league.
Okay, that proves a point, Paulo. Doesn't it?
Durant's been in the NBA for 4 years. He already has 3 scoring titles.
He's only 23.
Exactly, but he's been
23.
He's 23 years old.
Really? Yeah, a couple of years
he's been in for 4 years though. Already 3 scoring titles.
He's 23.
He did go
23. 23. He's not 24 yet.
He's turning 24.
He got some years ahead of him.
And so is Westbrook, 23 years old.
Yeah,
Westbrook. Harding is 22 years old, so that's a very young team.
Wow.
So, and they're going to be around. If they can sign all these people, they could be a dynasty.
They have some people with experience too, though. Their center Kendrick Perkins was in the NBA for I think 9 years now.
I gotta say, I really don't think the Thunder are gonna do as good next season. I think they just are like a season on fire, but I think they aren't gonna be consistent next season.
When you're so successful that the other teams have to prepare to counter whatever it is to be successful at. Otherwise, it's to get more beatings. So that they're less successful doesn't mean that they're going to diminish. It just means that the other team have to get better to be able to compete.
Yeah.
But they'll be there. If the team remains together, nobody is hurt. They'll be there. They'll be there next year too.
Do you think this is Ray Allen or Kevin Garnett's last year?
I hope not.
Ray Allen, possibly.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, why?
I think all 3 of them are gone. They should be gone. They're all 3 not as good.
They've been averaging only 12 points a season.
The Celtics
that's not good for a shooting guard.
That's enough incentive
Avery Bradley was
for them to come back one more year under the leadership of Rondo. It's Rondo's team, really.
Rondo's really good. How old is Rondo?
As far as he takes
26 or 27.
Damn. Wow.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Bye.
We'll send you a t-shirt.
That was my father.
Darth Vader.
I like talking about sports with him.
What?
I like talking about sports with him.
Oh yeah, he was a basketball coach for a few years. Sam, does that change your? Okay, Paulo, where are you? Turn on Paulo's mic. Give him headphones. Paulo, what do you think about what my dad said about Durant and Kobe Bryant?
I think Durant has a lot of everything ahead of him if he wants to be Kobe. If he could possibly be Kobe, which I really doubt.
Watch this.
We're getting a call.
No, we're not.
Alright, never mind. We're not.
What, Mohammed? Watch what?
Kobe Bryant has been in the NBA for about 15 years now.
Make a call. Please hang up and
don't tell me what to do, operator.
Can you turn off the phone line?
I will not hang up and call again. I'll just keep calling now.
Kobe Bryant has been in the NBA for like 15 to 17 years now. Drafted straight out of high school, is 35 years old right now. So,
that would make
17 years.
Still almost won the scoring title.
Still almost.
It didn't.
He came in second. It was the closest.
Almost isn't good enough. But look, let me finish what I have to say.
Second is not first.
Let me finish what I have to say. Look, Durant has been in the NBA 4 years, 3 scoring titles. Kobe in the NBA 17 years, 2 scoring titles. What do you call that?
Paulo, what do you call that?
Honestly, so what if he could have more scoring titles? That doesn't mean he's better than Kobe.
Yes, it does. It means he scores more points than Kobe.
Overall, everything, not just some stupid title.
Yeah, he actually does.
Because how long has Durant been in the NBA?
4 years.
No.
How long has Kobe Bryant been in the NBA?
17 years.
Kobe averages
and he
more
has more
assists per game.
That's not surprising at all.
No, Kobe averages more assists per game. Look it up.
As a career?
This season.
How much did he average last season? 1.2?
Really? How much?
We're
did
not
Ray
talking
Allen
about
have?
last season. We're
We're
talking
not
about
talking
this
about
season.
Ray Allen. We're not talking about
He
Ray
averaged
Allen.
like 3 assists a game.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he
Yo,
did.
Mohammed.
Pierce.
This season.
Mohammed.
Paul Pierce like
Mohammed.
2 assists.
Mohammed.
No.
Yes.
Mohammed.
No, you're a liar.
This season is when we're talking about, not last season. Last season, nobody barely cared about the Thunder. Honestly.
No, if you're a real NBA fan, like you'd know the Thunder were big last year and
Now
this year.
everyone's all over the Thunder and Durant and everything, but last year.
Last year they made it to the Western Conference Finals. It was crazy.
Nothing much.
You were obviously not watching anything important in the NBA then.
The only thing I know about basketball is Space Jam.
Space Jam?
That's a good movie.
Okay, okay, thank you for listening to us. If you have been listening to us, more or less.
Oh, this is our last show.
This is our last show.
Keep going.
It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure to stop.
Goodbye to you, my friend.
Stop. It's been a pleasure serving. It's been a pleasure. Can you turn, please? It's been a pleasure speaking on the radio with you, men. Tyler, Jonathan, Mohammed, Sam the Man, Paulo, Saleh is our viewer.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and good night.
Rakesh working the board.
This is my second.
Good night. Have a good one.
Next year, and our show's gonna be better than ever.
Our shows might be
get more
canceled.
views.
Join us
It's
next
gonna be
year.
worse.
Please join us
Big.
next
We're gonna
year.
be on ESPN.
We're gonna be big one day. You're gonna be mad.
Just watch us. Thank you.
We might be back next year. We don't know if we get a new
We're
season.
gonna be in Sports Center.
We will have a
Next
new season.
time,
Season 2.
we
Next time,
Bears.
Next time.
we radio.
We'll see you next year. Thank you for everything.